Welcome back to the news at 10. Reactions and criticisms have been trailing the judgment of the Taraba Election Tribunal delivered on Saturday in favor of the APC candidate Aisha Al-Hassan. Well, this time it's the Ekiti State Governor, Ayodele Fayose, who is asking the National Judicial Council to probe the judgment that ordered the sack of the state governor, Darius Ishaku, describing it as judicial rascality. Let's take a look at what's happening on business. Here's Emana Amawe.
You first. First Bank.
Good evening. Let's talk business. The head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Muniru Gwazo, has called on companies to comply strictly with corporate governance codes. The SEC boss was talking at a meeting with the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. He says the Commission is ready to collaborate with other relevant bodies in the financial system to implement the letters of good corporate governance. Commenting on the issue, the president of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, Mr. Nat Ofo, says the institute will ensure that companies carry out audits before they are listed on the stock exchange, thereby safeguarding shareholders' interests. The SEC plans to launch a new code of corporate governance later this month, after it published the first one about 18 years ago. And Transcorp Hotel PLC has officially signed the document for the first 10 billion naira tranche of the 30 billion naira bond expansion program. The chairman of Transcorp Hotel PLC, Olorugun Ortega, explains that the funds are for the hotel's 20-year upgrade plan. The hotel had raised 8 billion naira in an initial public offering last year.
Apparently driven by a commitment to give the hospitality business a modern taste of class and to up the ante in satisfying customers, Transcorp Hotel PLC is raising a 30 billion naira bond, which is to be carried out in 3 tranches of 10 billion naira each.
Signing ceremony is principally governed to authorize and approve the offer for subscription of 10 billion 16% fixed rate series 1 unsecured bonds due 2022 under a 30 billion medium-term bond program by Transcorp Hotels PLC.
What is the unique selling point that is winning investors' confidence for Transcorp Hotel PLC?
We need to remain the leader in the market even in 20 years' time. And to do so, it means that we have to take our hotel to the modern class that it should be. We need to be able to compete with any other 5-star brand that may come in 5-10 years' time. So this is the main thing. We're not waiting until competition gets out there before we start doing something. We need to be on top of the game at all times.
The chairman of Transcorp Hotel PLC, represented by Mr. Ben Dickey, a director on the board, now calls for the official signing of the bond.
So, over to the issuing house to coordinate the signing.
What is the guarantee that investors' funds would be protected?
What we have done is to recognize what Transcorp wants to do with the funds and to say, we know that you're going to do upgrade, and we went to the market, we got feedback from the market, we went on the Purdue Roadshow, and based on the feedback we got from the market, we built a structure to say, let us have a moratorium of 1 year.
Transcorp Hotel PLC is poised to redefining tourism in Nigeria. The endorsement from the issuing houses and investors is no doubt something to cheer.
The local bourse slipped back into negative territory at the opening session of the week, following losses in banking and industrial heavyweights. Temple Ashaju has details.
Hello and welcome to Stock Market Reports. Key market indicators extended the bearish sentiment into a second week of trading this month as investors continue to digest latest earnings on Broad Street. The all-share index started off Monday's trading with a marginal 0.03% drop to close at 29,168.04, while the market capitalization lowered to 10.026 trillion naira. The top three gainers at the close of today's transactions were Unilever, USAN and PZ, up by 5%, 4.94% and of course 4.85% apiece. 7-Up on the other hand led the losers down by 3.12% and was followed by Nigerian Breweries and Dangote Cement. GT Bank was the highest volume shocker of the markets with 335.60 million units of shares traded, while Access Bank recorded the next boost of 335.37 million units, and Beko Petroleum comes next. In all, a total of 1.12 billion units of shares were traded in 2,713 deals for a value of 14.67 billion naira. And that does it for stock markets today. I'm Temple Ashaju.
Thank you, Temple. Let's take a look at how the stocks fared on the global scene. And that's it on Business News tonight. I'm Imana Amawe. Ijoma will be back with the rest of the news.
You first. First Bank.
Over 6,000 delegates from across Africa will gather in Johannesburg, South Africa for the 7th Afri Cities Summit, and this will hold from November the 29th through to December the 3rd. The project, which is the flagship event of the United Cities and Local Governments for Africa, is a platform for mayors and local government chairmen from African countries to discuss issues that affect socio-economic development. The theme of this year's edition is Shaping African Local Governments with the People.
Focus will be on Africa when stakeholders come together to discuss how to shape the continent at the Afri Cities Summit, the 7th in its series. And the Secretary General of United Cities and Local Government for Africa speaks on the essence of the summit.
The daily life of Africans need to be improved and in a sustainable way. So Afri Cities is about coming together and sharing the experiences, learning from the others, and taking positions on the key issues of development and unity of this continent that have impact on the local people and driving the local people towards the integration of the continent.
Reaching out to the grassroots is key to Afri Cities' objective, and the organisers expatiate further.
I think the most important aspect of it is to bring the issues of the local people to the high levels of government. At the end of the day, if we're going to manage our communities, provide services to our communities, the services they need and want, it is essential that we engage them in that process.
The Afri Cities Summit presents several opportunities to be explored.
There will be best practices, there will be exhibition, apart from the substantive policy work that is going to be discussed, so many things to table, because we expect that it will be a conference that will make a difference, so that people don't just go to conference just for sightseeing, but they want to come back with some kind of idea that it might really make a difference in their life.
For this victim of Ijorapadia forceful eviction, expectation is high.
What I really will expect from the Afri City is to reach out and to be the voice of the voiceless, because presently we are voiceless because our government is not even attending to us, rather than pushing us aside. Not even up to now, they've not visited. We want them to reach out to the world and to the federal government to intervene in our case presently.
The 7th edition of the Afri Cities Summit holds in Johannesburg, South Africa. Chris Illems, Channels Television News.
A deep oil and gas logistics company, Ladol, has been commended for its impact in the maritime sector. According to the managing director of the Nigeria Ports Authority, Mallam Habib Abdullahi, the company's huge investment has not only created value for the maritime sector, but also numerous employment opportunities. The MPA boss made this observation when he paid a courtesy visit to Ladol's facility in Lagos.
After several years of ground performance, Ladol, a deep oil and gas logistics base in Lagos, is throwing its door open to their landlord, the Nigerian Ports Authority. On this occasion, the MPA team is led by the managing director, and he's here to run a professional eye on the facility. Ladol prides itself as the first facility in Nigeria to conduct a total rig repair, but there's more.
By offering them this one-stop shop and most importantly 50% cost reduction for operating in Nigeria, we have made sure that despite this difficult environment, Nigeria is an attractive destination for their investment, and their investments have continued.
We have to ensure fairness. We have to ensure that every other player is given chance and opportunity to do his job.
To grow competitiveness for value proposition, the playing field in this instance must be liberal. So what does the MPA helmsman feel?
I had never been here before, and I felt excited that at least I'll come and see what all this Ladol is about, and I'm quite impressed.
People come here, they're localized in a Nigerian facility, we create jobs, we foster technology transfer. With the vessel integration and fabrication facility we built, we have totally changed the game.
With all the benefits of a free zone, Ladol says the 50,000 job opportunity on this facility will contribute significantly to Nigeria's economic growth trajectory. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Russia may be banned from athletics competitions over doping allegations. That will be on sports. You stay with us.